that is Totality of Symptoms today. Totality of Symptoms in itself is a very important chapter. From first year to final year, every time we come across Totality of Symptoms. Why? Because this is the easiest way to get the cure. Suppose if you get the cause, you try to treat the disease based on the cause. But when you don't get cause, what will happen is you get disheartened. Now what to do? So he gives a simplest way to cause the cure, that is Totality of Symptoms. Now let us see what is Totality of Symptoms and how to construct Totality of Symptoms. So what is the importance of the Totality of Symptoms? Patient came to you and he has some effect, that is disease, some symptoms. Does not mean that it does not have a cause. But many a times patients will not know to correlate his disease to the particular cause, or he will not know that that could be the cause for particular disease. Also, many a times they are unaware of dynamic cause and effect relation. It becomes high task for the physician now to correlate effect sequentially to go to the starting point of the disease to find the true cause. So now instead of all hard work of the physician, if the cause of the disease is not traceable, then he should depend upon the available data. What is the available data? The symptoms which are being provided by the patient is the available data. This helps us to constitute the totality of symptoms. Now, what is the totality of symptoms? Totality of symptoms is an expression peculiar to homeopathy. The true totality is non-numerical totality. Means now the patient has come to you, he has given 50 symptoms, 20 symptoms. So you take all the 20 symptoms and match all the symptoms to the repertory and give the medicine. That is not the totality. Okay. So now let's see what is the totality. Totality is that concrete for which the symptoms take when they are related logically to each other and stand forth as the individuality. Hahnemann calls totality of symptoms as an outwardly reflected picture of the internal essence of the disease, that is affection of the vital force. Staurt Close compares the totality of symptoms with a picture. What is a picture? Picture is a work of art. It is significant and it is suggestive. The picture means completeness as a whole. It constitutes color, shape, size, shade, harmony, etc. As a composition, it expresses an idea. For example, patient came to you, he went on telling you the symptoms. For example, polyuria, polydipsia, and then restlessness, he is putting on weight or he is losing weight. All these things, you are started correlating them with each other, then you are getting a picture, an idea of diabetes mellitus. So, okay, this could be the case of diabetes mellitus. Now, very important is the diabetes of this particular person has to be matched with the symptoms of the materia medica to get the cure. Now, our very important work is to get the individual medicine for this particular person's diabetes mellitus. Okay, so now for this purpose, we must know how to construct a totality of symptoms. It does this by harmonious combination of its elements into a whole, a totality. A well-balanced picture, each element is given its full value, its right relation to all other elements. The totality is not, therefore, a mere haphazard collection of pathogenetic symptoms, as in proving constitutes a materia medica. The totality means the sum total of aggregate of symptoms, not merely the numerical aggregate of entire number of the symptoms as particular or single symptom, but the sum total, their organic whole as a individuality. So he see here, totality is more than mere aggregate of symptom. It is numerical aggregate plus an idea or plan which unites them in a spatial manner to give them characteristic form. Here again, Staurt Close gives an example of the machine. In this picture, there are parts of machine thrown haphazardly, and we all know that they are parts of the machine, but they are thrown in such a way that we are unable to understand which machine is this. But how will you come to know? So, each part must be fitted to each other in a certain definite relation according to preconceived plan or a design assembled so as to know it by particular name. So now you can see that the particular parts which were thrown there have been fitted into a particular form, that is showing us a car. So already we know car. So exactly like that, symptoms of the disease or the symptoms of the patient must be assembled in such a manner that they constitute an identity and individuality which may be seen and recognized as we recognize the personality of the friend. So you are recognizing those symptoms, then you have to recognize those similar symptoms into your materia medica, correlate them and use them for the curing of the patient. In footnote, Hahnemann tells us regarding limitation of the totality of symptoms, means you don't have to bother because here the cause is available and you remove the cause so as to treat the indisposition. So examples, what he gives, some of the examples let us see. If at all there is a strong smelling flower which is causing fainting to the person, then you will have to remove the strong smelling flowers rather than taking the case fainting, when did he faint and how did he fall, what is happening, whether what is aggravation, what is amelioration, rather than going through all these things. You just remove the flowers from that particular place so that person will be alright. Next example is if there is a foreign body in the cornea of the eye which is causing inflammation, has to be removed. Tight bandaging on the wounded limb threatens to cause mortification, has to be loosened. If at all a patient coming to you with a wounded artery where there is a continuous flow of blood is taking place, because of that he is going to get fainting, there is a lot of bleeding, then what you will have to is stop the bleeding first by putting the ligature. Poisonous substances swallowed, they are causing threat to the life. What you will have to do is make the person to vomit it, so that first you have removed the poison from his body so that effect will be lessened, so that threat of death is reduced. Foreign substance causing irritation in the orifices of the body. For example, any foreign substance in the nose, mouth, ear, rectum, vagina, urethra, you remove the foreign body itself, then automatically his symptoms will be removed. Big stone in the bladder should be crushed. Open the imperforate anus of the newborn. So these are the some of the examples where Hahnemann is stressing that you are told to form the totality of symptoms only when there is no cause available. Means prominently if you are seeing that okay, if this has been removed and patient is alright, then please do go ahead. Please do that rather than sitting and taking long history for hours together. And now he leaves to your consciousness and your logic to understand each and every patient who comes to your clinic in this manner, so that you are able to get the cure as soon as possible. Please try to understand what Hahnemann is trying to tell. Thank you.